Howdy and welcome to jard'slog day 97. Can't believe we are 3 days away from the 100-day thing, and I don't think I'll end up being able to do anything for that, but who knows. Maybe I'll come up with something before Monday, but I mean, it's a pretty good day overall so far. It's cold right now. Ooh. See, I had it in the 60s and I was like, I can wear shorts. And so at the 60s, I'm not too cold, but it's also rainy right now, and it's also gonna get colder later today. So I'll say maybe I'll go back to my room and get changed. That's actually that won't happen. At least not till much later in the day. But first things first, I'm off to go eat, and after that, I think we'll pray a little bit, go to class, maybe edit yesterday's video and get that uploaded before class today. But who really knows exactly what I'm in. And today's gonna be a pretty good day overall. No exams or anything, praise God. So yeah, that's my little update for right now. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, I'm back. It's like 11:40ish probably. I don't know, I didn't check the exact time, but I talked to Anya about the paper, and there's a couple ideas we had tossed around, like the idea of looking at, so I told him I wanted to do thermal stuff because that was the stuff I liked the most in the class so far, and so we start tossing around some ideas about messing with maybe some, like essentially doing some calculations about, there's this like thing in thermodynamics where essentially it's like, okay, we look at an ideal gas and we put this many gases into this, and then you have to do it with the Pauli exclusion rule. Essentially you look at it for fermions, and then finally you just like, screw it, let's look at it for bosons, and it gets wild. And he's like, yeah, he's like, you could look at that and compare the one for fermions with the Van der Waals equations, which seemed kind of complicated. And then we talked about doing one for maybe like the looking at the heat capacities of gases, in which you look at like the springs. Essentially there's like, I talked about this on the vlog about how like there's like certain dimensions that can be modeled by like springs kind of thing for like triatomic molecules and stuff like that, and we're gonna look at how that works kind of thing and like compare. But then I joked that I was gonna write a paper in which I'd drive an engine more efficient than a Carnot engine, which is impossible because you'd either have to do neither the engine would have to have 100% work output, or it'd have to be able to move heat from cold to hot, like if you just touch two objects together, which actually means the exact same thing if you look at the definitions of both of them. So I joked that I was going to do that, and then he said, no, you don't have to. He started laughing, but he said, you know, looking at the like essentially we know the efficiency for a Carnot engine. He's like, why don't you look at a couple other different engine cycles and like do the derivations. And so there's one of them that the book does called the Otto cycle, that is like, look at that one first, and then go on to the Stirling engine. And I may look at the diesel engine as well, because I think that one's also in the book. So I might do the Otto, then the diesel from the book, get familiar with it, and then do it with the Stirling engine. And so you told me just pop it all in LaTeX, kind of try to figure it out a little bit. Goodness, it's cold right now. It's supposed to be raining a little bit. But I mean, yeah, that just went really well. It was really cool. Just talking to him was really nice. Oh my goodness, my hands are shaking right now. There we go. But before I freeze to death and before you guys get like motion sick, I'm gonna end it off here. But it was a really good time. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, I'm back. So got done with the advising meeting. I figured out how to make an appeal for, so like I said, I do not have enough Common Core hours to qualify for the Brett thing. I figured out how to do an appeal to get the Phys 221 into a Brett category. He showed me that. Jacob was really nice today, and somehow along the way, I remember now, we were talking about like, since we have to have three like flex, like we have three like flex points for the honor stuff, for essentially you can like get 3 points over, and you get, for every semester you do UGST, you get a point. So I already have 2 out of 3 of those. And then we're talking about ways to get the third one. Be like, you can file for an honors experiment and go study abroad, or you can do this, you can do that. And then he's like, yeah, but if you go study abroad, you have to blog about it. I was like, could I vlog about it if I did that instead? And he's like, yeah. So now he began talking, because apparently he also runs a channel that I have to check out at some point, but now he knows about my vlog. And he told me he was gonna check it out, like he has the name of it and everything, so he's gonna go check that out at some point. But I'm gonna go back to my room. I made really good progress on the math for the engine efficiency stuff. I just have to do the Stirling engine, I think, is the last one I have left. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it, because I think there's multiple different options about how to do it. So I just need to figure out how to, like, what's the best way to do it. But I mean, yeah, that's my little update for right now, so I'll be back shortly. No, okay, it's locked. Yeah, I'll be back shortly. Alright, I'm back. There's like a university scholars thing, which is not something I am, but it's something I can apply to be next semester if I'm still in good honor standings, which I should be, hopefully, and then I'll be able to apply for that. And it's got a lot of scholarship money, and so it's like an intro thing. So I just want to show you guys that I'm just like decent, you know. So you don't sort of this mirror. This mirror will show you better. I'm just dressed fairly nicely right now, and so yeah, I'm essentially gonna go off to. This is so weird trying to. I guess it's like stare straight ahead. Is that? I think that's what looked right in the camera. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I'm off to go do that. Just talk to a couple people. I mean, I really liked the. Like, I know the person that runs University Scholars. His name's like Benjamin Symington. He's really nice. Like, I talked to him a couple times. I talked to him like one of the first honors things about that point. I think Spider-Man was just like announced to be out of the MCU, so we talked about that and like how I felt about that, and it was interesting. But yeah, I'm off to just go hang out with people for a little bit, and then I'm pretty sure we're going to see Frozen stupid late tonight, like 10:45. I think right now it's looking like it's me, Dan the Man, Colby Garcia, and maybe Charlie Hickman. Who knows? I'll update you guys then. But I will be most likely staying out late tonight because my roommate is also not out of town. He's with his family, so he won't be back until Saturday. So yeah, that's my little update for right now. So I'll be back shortly. All right, it's like 9 o'clock, and I talked to a bunch of people today. It was pretty cool. It was a little weird. I still don't like formality that much, but essentially I got prepared a little bit more for this, because I knew like what the essays would talk about and stuff like that, and like now I know I need a recommendation kind of thing. So I'll probably talk to Anya about that, even though he told me he'd burn out my retinas. But I think he likes me. At least I think he does. But yeah, I got to talk to Ben again. We talked for a little bit, essentially what to expect. I was told essentially to be prepared that they're gonna tear you to shreds in this interview. They're gonna make you as vulnerable as possible, and that's what Kyle, we have a phrase: if you kick over a jar of acid, what do you get? And if you kick over a jar of honey, what do you get? So of course, in a jar of acid, you get acid. In a jar of honey, you get honey. And so your jar's gonna get kicked. And so it's not the jar kicker's fault that bitterness spilled out of you. That's on you, because you had acid inside of you. You had bitterness. Versus if you get kicked around and you give out honey and you don't necessarily agree, but like whatever flows out of you is kind. You still has conviction in it. It's not like just being a pushover, but as long as you have like conviction and like just like really go after it, but not bitter about it, that's a powerful thing. And so that's what I think a lot of this interview is going to be, some jar kicking, and that'll be interesting to see how that ends up working. But we end up scheduling a movie for 10:30. No, 11:30 here tonight. So I got 2 hours and a half. I may go see if Anya will email me back about the efficiency of a Stirling engine. Not Sterlington, Stirling engine. See what he says. But we're waiting home tonight. I mean, I'm gonna go goof off with some Alpha guys. Like I said, we're going to see Frozen 2. I'll see how that movie ends up. And someone also just texted LaRaza if we're going to see a movie tonight. So I may text him like, yeah, there's a group of us going to go see Frozen 2. But who knows? We'll see. But I mean, yeah, that's my little update for right now. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, it's like 11:40ish right now. Hopefully I'll be able to get to West Campus Garage by 11. Get to the movie theater by like 11:15, 11:20ish. So we can get into the theater by 11:30. But I ended up posting it in La Raza, so instead of just being like a guys' night thing, I think there's gonna be a lot of people there. Maybe, so we may have like an entire row in the Cinemark to watch Frozen at 11:30 at night. College is weird, folks. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't end up feeling the Stirling engine. I stop for now. I think tomorrow, I think planning small groups tomorrow, and other than that, I really don't know. So maybe that's probably when I'll start. I'll try to get the rest of the fifth homework done, like whatever I can before then. Hold on, I'm wearing shorts again. I changed back into what I was wearing originally for the day, and it's cold. Folks, woo! No sun plus wind makes it brutal, but I mean, yeah. Overall, I think today was a pretty good day. So I'm gonna go off to this movie. Obviously, I can't get the footage during the movie, but hopefully I can get some footage either beforehand or afterhand of like who's there and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, that's my little update for right now. So I'll be back shortly.